Greetings, hello, welcome on in, Unoptimized Fool from the closet. Glad you could be here. I want to talk about Dragonflight. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Unoptimized, why are we talking about Dragonflight? War Within is going in great, right? I mean, we just talked about, the 11.1.5, but I want to talk about a kind of a decision that was made inside of Dragonflight, and this change happened a long time ago, but kind of now has gotten attention, and a lot more people have been kind of complaining about it, since now Dragonflight is considered legacy content, right? Again, it's the last expansion usually, and now it's the actual leveling experience for new players. Now, as you know, every zone has rares that pop up and get announced on the map. If you have some certain add-ons, you can go over there and attack them, no problem, and they sit there until they're dead. Now, obviously, that's also true for the War Within, but Dragonflight, during Dragonflight's kind of normal cycle, they saw a change that made rares on the Dragon Isles only last 15 minutes, meaning they would spawn in, sit there for 15 minutes, and if they were not either engaged in combat or not dead already, they would despawn. And that happens to this day right now. As of this video, that's happening right now. Now, first of all, why 15 minutes? I mean, there are some rares that are on a 24-hour cooldown or even a 12-hour cooldown. So imagine waiting 12 hours, and then all of a sudden the Amazon driver comes in, drops your package, right? You go up, maybe you accidentally talk to him for a minute or 15 minutes, and then come back and it's despawned, right? 15 minutes has already passed. There's just a small window. Again, this is just a weird restriction. Is it a server issue? Is there too many rares on the screen? I mean, imagine this, farming legacy content, and it's on a 12-hour cooldown, right? Now you have to be right there, right at that moment, and have to be within that 15-minute window. Now, 15 minutes sounds like a lot, but honestly, why have this restriction? It doesn't make sense. Now, when the content was fresh, you could make an argument that this system was even bogus then, but now since it's legacy content, why is this restriction not taken off? Again, they add these restrictive type of systems, and then they never take it off for legacy content. So when you're trying to farm rares inside of Dragonflight, it's going to be a lot harder now, because after 15 minutes, what if 5 rares spawn at the same time? And they're all in different parts of the map, right? Dragonflight area, right? The zones are a lot larger because of the introduction to dragonflying, right? They had to be a lot larger, so it takes a lot longer to traverse these areas. And then, boom, 15 minutes, one is gone, and maybe it's on a 12-hour timer. It just makes this farming of this content and engaging in this content a little bit too hard. And again, I just don't know why Blizzard adds these restrictive systems. Is it to increase playtime? Are you forcing my hand to play more game? I mean, you already have me addicted, Blizzard. This just seems like a little excessive, don't you think? I don't know. I don't understand why we put restrictive items in, restrictive systems in, even for legacy content. You can make an argument for the current content having it restrictive just so it moves you a bit slower, so now everyone gets that achievement right away, right? But when it's legacy content, it should be reverted. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, Blizzard has so many systems to keep track of that this obviously probably fell off the radar, right? But, like, are they not tracking these types of systems? Do they not have, like, a Trello board or some sort of board that says, okay, when this is legacy content, this should be flipped to this so it's easier to farm? Or I think they just don't know about it, honestly, and hopefully this video brings awareness to that. I mean, I saw an Icy Veins article about this, and also Reddit's yelling about it, but usually Reddit yells about everything, right? So, I mean, they probably don't even look at Reddit, but this is obviously something to yell about. Now, it's not a huge issue, right? It's not going to end the world, but we need to talk about the small problems in WoW versus the big problems. I like to cover the big boys, but we need to cover some of the small boys too, because again, they need coverage, and honestly, this needs coverage. I mean, I don't understand why we're even discussing this. 15 minutes? Are you kidding me? It just seems restrictive, and again, I'm not for restrictive content, especially if it's legacy content. Like, you could argue Dragonflight's not really that legacy, right? It was just last expansion, right? But come on, it's not current content. WoW gives us the WoW is ingrained in us that if it's not current content, why are you doing it? Obviously, for legacy and transmog and achievement runs, sure, it's still there for you to enjoy. That's the love of this game, but just from normal systems, it doesn't really matter. So again, I just want to bring that to your attention. Have you guys ran into this problem? Again, it's a very small problem. It's a nitpick, but honestly, we need to nitpick some things, because Blizzard, this is restrictive for no reason at all. Just let me have fun. Gee whiz. But I want to hear your opinion about this, guys. Thanks for listening to my rant. I am Unoptimized Fool from the closet. Glad you could be here. I'll see you guys next time.